Hey, you seen the brand new Motorola Solutions Moto Turbo R5 radios yet? No? Do you want to know what it's all about and its key features? Do you want to know how it compares to its predecessor, the DP2000E series? Or do you want to know how it compares to the R7A and the R7 Capable? Well, hang on to that thought and your hats. Grab yourself an espresso because I'm going to show you and answer these questions and quite possibly more. Hello there, I'm Dean, BDM for New Technologies here at Airsys Communications, and welcome back, or welcome to the Airsys Espresso Sessions. It's great to have you here. This is the second session in the series and an unexpected change to our scheduled programming. So be sure to go back and check out our previous session on Wave PTX with the link in the description. Now, I guess you could call this session an Espresso session, as I'm lucky enough to get my hands on two brand new Motorola Solutions Moto Turbo R5 radios. So we're seizing this opportunity with both hands. Before we get going, be sure to like and subscribe so you don't miss out on future espresso sessions. We have lots of ideas for these sessions, and remember to use the comment section below for your questions and any suggestions of what you'd like to see in future sessions. Now that the social media fluffy stuff is out of the way, I think we get moving, and it would be only logical if we started by talking about the physical characteristics of the R5 radios. The R5 series consists of two physical variants, with one being the R5 with limited keypad, the other being the R5 with no keypad. In terms of appearance, the screen, keypad, and number of programmable buttons are the only differences between the two radios. But let's further break these down and show some of the key features of the R5 series as a whole. Available in both UHF and VHF models, with an IP67 rating making it dust and waterproof, a maximum battery life of up to 32 hours under a 5590 duty cycle, programmable to 106 fonts of loudness, with automatic acoustic feedback and AI-trained noise suppression settings, allowing users to cut through the noise, providing clear communications. Whilst utilising the same antennas and chargers as the R7 series, the sleek, ergonomic form factor makes it comfortable in the hand, yet ruggedised to military standards 810H, meaning it's heat, water, dust, and shock resistant. Including a dedicated emergency button with the Motorola Solutions proprietary mini G-Kai accessory port, and of course programmable and customizable through the Moto Turbo CPS 2.0 software, as well as over the air via DMI. Now, the features that are specific to the R5 limited keypad variant are it has integrated GNSS, Global Navigation Satellite System, with a 1.5-inch monochrome display programmable as 2 or 3-line display, up to 256 channels across up to 50 zones, and 5 programmable buttons. Whereas the R5 no keypad has up to 64 channels across up to 4 zones with only 3 programmable buttons. So, how does it compare to its predecessor, the DP2000E series? Well, size-wise, the width and height match the DP2000E series, with the depth of the radio varying depending on the battery capacity of choice, as the larger milliamp power, the larger the battery, and thus greater the depth of the radio. In terms of overall weight, when used with a 2200 milliamp hour battery, the R5 is approximately 5 grams heavier when comparing with similar battery capacity on the DP2000E series, making the R5 285 grams. Battery life sees an increase for the R5 when based off a 5590 duty cycle. The 2,400 milliamp hour battery on the DP2000E radio was getting 22 hours, whereas a 2,400 milliamp hour battery on an R5 is getting up to 24 hours. For reference, a 5590 duty cycle is how the manufacturer conducts testing of their batteries, and meaning when used at 5% transmit, 5% receive, and 90% standby, the battery can receive X amount of hours of use. As for channels and zones, we also have an increase in channel capacity on the R5 limited keypad, going from 128 channels on the DP2600E to 256 channels across 50 possible zones on the R5 limited keypad. The upgraded display for the R5 limited keypad sees a 1.5-inch monochrome display, which can be programmable as either 2 or 3 line display, enabling more information to be visible to the radio user. The DP2600E has a similar screen size, but is only a 2-line monochrome display. Let's now discuss how the R5 sits within the R series as a whole. The R2 replacement to the DP1400 is clearly the entry-level radio in terms of price point and available features, and the R7, the replacement of the DP4000E series, and therefore the flagship, top-of-the-line, all-singing, all-dancing radio of the R series. Meaning, exactly like the DP2000E series, the R5 sits slap bang in the middle, albeit a little closer to the R7A and the R7 capable than the two DP2000E series was. Now, on that last note, I'm very fortunate in my role to get to travel and meet lots of partners and end users. And the most prevalent question that I've been asked in recent times has been specifically, how does the R5 compare to the R7A or the R7 capable? So allow me to explain this and hopefully simplify the comparison to what the difference is in terms of what they offer out of the box licensing-wise. The difference between an R7A and the R5 is the R5 series has an enhanced privacy feature, and the R5 limited keypad has GNSS. So that's 2 more integrated features out of the box for the R5 limited keypad than the R7A. However, there is a bit more disparity between the R7 capable and the R5, as the R7 capable has text-to-speech, transmit interrupt, authenticated radio disable / radio monitor, and third-party application licensing all as standard, where the R5 does not and is not able to be upgraded through licensing at a later date. Further to this, the R7 capable has Capacity Plus licensing out of the box, but the R5 is able to upgrade to Capacity Plus through purchasable licenses. It's worth noting that the R7 capable is capable of having many more features unlocked using purchasable licenses. On the flip side, the R5 limited keypad has GNSS as mentioned, and the R7 capable requires a license for this to be active. Therefore, if you can do without text-to-speech, transmit interrupt, authenticated radio disable and radio monitor, and third-party application licensing, or any of the additional features the R7 is capable of, then the R5 is definitely the choice of radio for you. I believe the key takeaways here are we have a direct replacement for the DP2000E series that's positioned closer to the flagship R7 series, offering more from the price point, making the Motorola Solutions Moto Turbo R5 series a viable option for more users and situations. Now, I think that's a good note to end on for this espresso session, but don't forget, if you have any questions or suggestions for future espresso sessions, please feel free to use the comments section below or contact me or the Airsys team via the contact details at the end. Finally, remember to like and subscribe so you don't miss the next espresso session. And don't forget, the best way to stay caffeinated with up-to-date knowledge on Motorola Solutions' new technology is an Airsys Espresso Session. See you next time.